Okay, I'm going to be making some Kwanzaa cookies, and I am going to be making 3 different kinds of Kwanzaa cookies. One is going to be chocolate chip cherry pistachio Kwanzaa cookies, and that's great because it's kind of like red, green, and black. I think I'm going to make the next ones I'll show you first, which are going to be lemon poppy seed Kwanzaa cookies. And then I'm also going to make orange mango Kwanzaa cookies. And those are going to have black and red and green sprinkles on them. So in order to make my Kwanzaa cookies, I'm going to need to make the dough. I have this sugar cookie mix, and it makes, let's see, 27 times 2 would be 52 cookies, 54 cookies. And then we also have this sugar cookie mix here. I'm just going to combine the two. And this one makes 24 cookies. So we're going to have lots of cookies. That is great. So let's make this cookie dough first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make my dough all together and divide it into 3. So this needs 2 eggs, and now we need some melted butter. I think we just need 1 stick. Yeah, just 1 stick. So I'm going to go ahead and mix those eggs in there first so I don't overcook the eggs. Now I'm going to add my butter. And mix it up to form the dough. And I guess that's all you need. Now this doesn't look like it's going to make as many cookies as it said it would. It's also not looking like it's getting as solid or as doughy as it should. But I am adding lemon juice to this, so oh, but I'm not going to add lemon juice until I divide it up. Let's see. I hope this is going to be enough to make 3 batches of cookies. I don't have to make all that many cookies, really, because it's not like I'm handing them out to the neighbors. I'm just going to be setting them on the Kwanzaa table for people to munch on, whoever I have come over. Okay, so let's add this cookie dough. I think I'm going to just mix this with my hands. I think that will be easier. Okay. It's getting really sticky on my hands. But it'd probably work better mixing it with my hands than the spatula thingy. So I need 3 bowls here to mix up my cookie dough. Let's see here. So cut it into thirds like that. Okay, so now we have our cookie dough divided. I want to add just a little bit more to here. Cookie dough is divided. I'm going to set these two aside. And I'm going to use this one for the lemon cookie dough. So first thing I want to do is zest these lemons because we're going to use the zest as a garnish on the cookie dough. Okay, so we're going to hold on to that zest for later. And now we need to juice our lemons. So roll them out, get the juices going. And I'm going to juice them in this bowl here so it's easy to pick out the seeds. You know what would be really good on this? Powdered sugar. I think I'm going to use some powdered sugar on the top of the cookies with the lemon zest. Okay, so I'm going to put a strainer on and that will get the seeds out easily. And I'm going to mix up that cookie dough in with the lemon juice. I might need to add some flour just to keep it kind of thickened because it might get too thin with the lemon juice. But before I add the flour, I'm going to add some poppy seeds. About 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. And I need to thicken that up with some flour. So I'm just going to add a little bit of flour at a time until I get it to the right consistency again. So about 1/4 of a cup there. Alright, looks like I could add maybe 1 more 1/4 a cup. Alright, that's looking great. Okay, so let's put our cookies on our cookie sheet. I am going to grease the cookie sheet. So I'm going to get a little container of powdered sugar here, and I don't know if you can see that, but I just have like a little Tupperware container that I'm going to put powdered sugar in. And I'm going to start taking little balls of cookie dough, rolling them up, dipping them in the powdered sugar, putting them on the cookie tray, and sprinkling a little bit of zest on them. Now the dough is a little sticky. It probably could have used just a tiny bit more flour. So last year was my first year celebrating Kwanzaa. I found out that I'm part African American. I always thought that I was Native American, but I'm actually part African Native American. And anyway, well, I'm part Native American too. But anyway, so I decided to start celebrating my African heritage by celebrating Kwanzaa, and that way I can spend Kwanzaa like learning more about African history and you know, making different African American foods and celebrating different traditions, and It's just kind of a fun way to celebrate a culture that was kind of lost to me because of discrimination. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these all to look like perfect because they are very sticky. But hey, if I can get at least this sheet full of them, that'll be good. And I can just like eat this cookie dough just plain, like what's left over, because it is tasty. So yeah, I started a tradition of making fruit cookies, and it's my first year making a cake. I'm thinking I might make a fruit jello too. I just wish I had some Cool Whip for it. Okay, I've got a cake in the oven now. It's probably about ready to come out, and then I'm going to put these cookies in the oven, and they should bake from 8 to 10 minutes depending on your altitude. Okay, now I'm going to be making the orange mango Kwanzaa cookies. So I have a mango here, and I'm going to need a cutting board. This is a little overripe, but it's the only mango I have. Of course, get as good of a quality mango as you can for better results. Of course, the riper the better, probably, because it will be softer, and you want it to be soft. So get the peel off as best as you can. This one doesn't really want to get the peel off, but I'm trying anyway. And I'm going to need my blender again, and I need to cut off pieces of the mango. Cut out any bad spots, of course. I'm going to try and get as much mango off of there as I can because I want this to have lots of mango flavor. That's all the mango I can get. So now I'm going to blend up my mango just like I did with the peaches. Oh, you didn't see the peaches because you didn't see the cake. If you want to see me make my Kwanzaa cake, go to my Kwanzaa cake video. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. So get our mango in there. And I'm going to use a spatula because I want that to be as mango-y as possible. I love mango. Okay, now we need to get some orange zest off of our orange. And this time we're adding the zest directly to the dough because we're going to be decorating this with decorating sugar instead of zest. And now we need to add our orange juice. I don't think this orange has any seeds in it, so we don't have to worry about seeds getting in the, nope, no seeds. So just go ahead and squeeze the juice into the cookies. And we'll probably have to add more flour to this one too. Okay, so now we're gonna mix up our dough. And our other cookies are done, so I'm going to pull those out real quick. Here's our cookies. Those look yummy. So those will need to cool before we can put them on a tray for Kwanzaa. That's what they look like, and there's the cake I'm making in the background. This smells really good. Last year for Kwanzaa I made pomegranate poppy seed cookies, banana coconut cookies, and fig almond cookies. And I just make them up as I go. I use sugar cookie mix just to make it a little easier. definitely need to add some flour to this. So I'm going to go ahead and add about half a cup of flour. Yummy mango cookies. So Kwanzaa is all about African culture and celebrating African culture and family, and so I'm adding another like fourth of a cup of flour. And it's also a holiday that really celebrates creativity in all forms, and so I like to celebrate my creativity through like culinary arts and also dancing. I like to do belly dancing. I did that last Kwanzaa, and my brother played drums last Kwanzaa, African drums, and we did poetry reading, and we gave each other some handmade gifts. That was a lot of fun. Okay, I still think this needs some more flour and maybe just a little bit more fat to it too. So I'm going to go ahead and add some butter. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of softened butter. Now I don't know if I'm going to make the jello tonight because I really like some fresh bananas to go in the jello. So I might wait until I can get some fresh bananas before I make the jello. So I got another bag of flour here. I really need to get more fruit, fresh fruit. I don't have that much. So I'm going to have to get some more fresh fruit for Kwanzaa. It's the first day for me. So that was probably about another half a cup, and that's definitely going to be enough. Might have actually been too much. We'll see here. Okay, that's looking good. Let's give it a little taste. I think I could maybe use more sugar. I'm going to add the rest of this powdered sugar to it because I'm not going to be doing anything with that powdered sugar. And that was probably about 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And I think it needs like maybe just a little bit more oil to it. So I'm going to use some vegetable oil. I'm just going to use probably 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Okay, I think our other cookies might have cooled by now. I'm going to put them on this plate here. Oh, perfect. Alright, we got our lemon cookies. Now I need to grease the pan again and put the mango cookies on. So it looks like I'm going to have a lot of the mango cookies. So what I'm going to do is roll them into a ball and then make them kind of flat, like that. They kind of got the texture of peanut butter cookies, so hopefully they kind of like work like peanut butter cookies and don't melt. They just, you know, get really soft. Okay, Looks like there's only going to be enough to make one more tray. So I'm going to do half with one color sugar and half with another. Okay, so my camera battery died, but I was sprinkling red sugar on the orange mango cookies. And now I'm gonna go with black sugar. These are ready to go in the oven for, let's do 8 minutes on these. Okay, here's the first batch of mango cookies, and they're looking great. I just need to let them cool a little bit before I can make another batch. The other batch I'm going to make top row black and then the bottom row green. Okay, now it's time to make the second batch. Those were really good, by the way. I tried one of the black ones because there was an extra black one. And they didn't expand, so I could have made them bigger, but I think they turned out perfect the size they are. They have a similar texture to the banana coconut ones I made last year. Very soft, spongy almost, and fruity and delicious. And the sugar on top makes them even sweeter. Okay, so this top row is going to be black. Okay, and now we need to make the bottom row green. Whoa, that's a lot of green. Ooh, that's pretty. It looks kind of icy. Oops, there's none there. So now I'm going to pop these in the oven for 8 minutes again. 8 minutes seemed to be just perfect. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't just record this. So what I did here is I took the cookie dough. I don't know why it wasn't recording, but I took the sugar cookie dough and I added the chocolate chips, the pistachios, and the cherries. I will give the directions in the description box below. But I added the chocolate chips, the cherries, and the pistachios to the sugar cookie dough. And there wasn't enough really sugar cookie dough to go around, so I added about 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, another egg, and about a cup of flour. And then I mixed that up with my hands, and I got this dough here. So I'm so sorry I didn't record that. I'm not sure what all I didn't record, but I made the second batch of mango cookies, and they're in the oven right now. And then I'm going to put these in the oven. So here's the second batch of sugar cookies, and they gotta cool for a little bit, and then I will get started on baking the chocolate chip cherry pistachio cookies. Okay, now we are going to be making the chocolate chip cherry pistachio cookies. Our last batch of cookies. And then we're going to get to making the frosting for the cake. And that will be in a separate video. So I'm going to roll the cookies into a ball, flatten them out. Okay, and I'm going to make another batch on another cookie sheet. I'm probably going to have more than can fit on the plate, but that's okay. I'll do something with the rest of them. I don't know. Eat them. I have a feeling these are going to be the best ones because there's chocolate in them. And I am a chocoholic. So now these are going to go in the oven. Let's do 10 minutes on these so they get nice and crispy. And here are the Kwanzaa cookies. Yum!